A small car went up in flames after crashing into a Metro bus in Northeast Houston this morning. That accident happened before 1 this morning on Homestead near Tidwell. There were no passengers on the bus at the time, and the driver of that car wasn't seriously injured, but they still don't know what caused the collision. Also overnight, a homeless man was hit and killed when he walked in front of a pickup truck in Northeast Harris County. The driver tried to avoid him, police say, but struck him and then crashed into a ditch on Langley Street. It was just off the East Tex Freeway. The driver remained at the scene, and police say will not be charged.
All right, well, worldwide, cases of COVID-19 have now surpassed 10 million. And in the U.S., there are more than 2.5 million cases and nearly 126,000 deaths. Yesterday, COVID-19 hospitalizations in Texas hit a record high for the 17th straight day. And this chart right here, you can see the spike compared to the beginning of the month. And right now, nearly 5,500 coronavirus patients are in the hospital. Just 21 days ago, the hospitalization rate was below 2,000. And starting today, mask orders, that is, go into effect for 3 cities in our area. In Lake Jackson, the mayor issued an order saying businesses do need to require employees and also their customers to wear masks. The city of Clute announced to everyone over the age of 10 will need to wear a mask when inside a commercial building. And then in Manville, everyone 10 years of age and older must wear a mask if they enter a commercial building or business as well, where social distancing of 6 feet cannot be accomplished. And we have those mask orders listed county by county inside ABC13.com.
Today marks 3 days since the governor ordered bars to close amid those rising case numbers. On social media over the weekend, plenty of videos surfaced. This one inside the Spire nightclub in downtown Houston. Crowds, no one wearing a mask. The bar says they stayed open because they're technically registered as a restaurant. Now, as part of the order by the governor, restaurants were allowed to stay open but had to scale back to 50% capacity. The health director in Harris County says they're trying to stay ahead of the virus.
This is why we raised the alert to red, is that we don't want to wait for the runway to run out. We want to get ahead of it. We want to make sure that people in our community are taking transmission seriously.
Well, the Texas Bar and Nightclub Alliance now says it will sue the state, saying they call Governor Abbott's order discrimination, frustrated by the fact that big box stores, salons, restaurants, gyms don't have to close down.
Starting today, the Houston Health Department is opening 5 free COVID-19 testing sites. They are Hobby Elementary School on Woodmont Drive, the NRG Green Lot, HCC Northeast Campus, HCC South Campus, and Dr. Askew Elementary School on Wood Lodge. They are drive-through locations. Appointments are required, and you can book those appointments by calling 512-883-2400. And the Fort Bend County Health Department is opening a new testing site today. It's at Our Lady of Guadalupe Church on Avenue D in Rosenberg. No appointment is required there, and you can walk in. Limited testing, though, is available each day this week.
All right, early voting begins today for the primary runoff election, and it will look a lot different when you get to the polls. TJ Parker live to explain. TJ, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Tom. A lot different. And the polls just opened here. We're at the West Gray Multi-Service Center, where one of those polling locations is this morning. And as early voting starts today, health and safety is at the top of election officials' minds.
They need to know that we're doing everything in our power to keep you safe.
Yeah, now this is the early voting for the July 14th primary runoff elections. The Harris County Clerk's Office says they're doing everything to make sure polling locations are running safely and efficiently. The Clerk's Office has been working with health officials to do what they can to reduce the risk of people getting exposed to COVID-19 with social distancing measures and giving out personal protective equipment to poll workers and voters who need it.
So our polling workers will have their temperature checked every morning when they show up to work. And they'll be asked a series of questions about their exposure and any symptoms they might be having. Any poll worker who has symptoms or who has a high temperature will be sent home, and we have more than 200 poll workers waiting in reserve to make sure that we can keep our polling center staffed throughout the early vote.
Okay, so if you don't feel comfortable going to the polls, the Clerk's Office is encouraging people to apply for a ballot by mail if you're eligible, to hopefully reduce crowds at the polls. Again, the polls are now open. Will be open until 7 this evening. Keep in mind the polls will be closed, though, July 3rd and 4th for the holiday, and early voting ends on July 10th. Reporting TJ Parker, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Now to the man who's known as the nation's longest-serving mayor. Leonard Scarcella, the mayor of Stafford for the past 53 years, has passed away. First elected in 1969, he made lasting changes, including starting the Stafford Municipal School District, the only city-run school district in the state. He also helped cut property taxes, and they say that attracted a lot more businesses and homeowners.
And he's always inclusive. He's always been available, and we had a very good relationship. End of the day, I believe it is his motive always to serve the public, and he did that to best of his ability, and I'm very proud to know him.
Congressman Al Green tweeted, Mayor Scarcella was a stalwart in his effective more than 50-year leadership of the city of Stafford. My friend, you will be sorely missed. All right, here's Kevin Roth updating your forecast.
Yeah, let's talk about that Saharan dust. It moved in on Friday, cleared out over the weekend. And today we've got the lower concentrations of dust, but watch it return here as we put this into motion. That dust starting to work its way up here from the Gulf. This is a huge historic swath of dust that moved across the Atlantic into the Caribbean and now into the Gulf. So just because it was done doesn't mean it is done forever. And you look at this, by Tuesday already, that dust has returned. That should stick around here through the work week. And then as we head into the weekend, what happens is a weak front comes through, and that will kind of push that dust back down into the Gulf. So gradually we will clear it out, but I do expect Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we'll have at least some concentration of that dust in the sky. Forecast outside of the dust is mostly just about the heat. We've got 90 degrees as your high today. It will feel much warmer than that, and high temperatures climbing from there. 95 degrees on Thursday, 95 on Friday. Rain chance is returning this weekend.
All right, and that's all the time we have. We hope you have a great Monday, everybody.
Thanks so much for joining us. Join us on ABC13.com as well as our news app. Have a great Monday.